Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm 29.
29, okay,
Yes.
and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay. All right.
Okay, right. So, folks, let me pause it right there. Man, so this video actually was last year. Of course, this is the popular Pop the Balloon show that took the world by storm. I believe the creators actually came from Atlanta, Georgia. So congratulations on their major success. Even the reason why I put this video on RichManZ Reactions, of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am Richie Rich. I am Richard. I am Hombre Rico, CEO of the Rich Team, making sure that you, and of course you, meaning the Rich Team, have the most sensational year, and this year in 2025. But the reason why is that last year in 2024, it was I said I had to go through a lot, probably the biggest mountain the rich man ever had to climb. When I watched this episode of Pop the Balloon, it was like this time last year, I watched this episode of Pop the Balloon with Aaron, and even though I was going through my slump at the time, this actually gave me a lot of like encouragement. It made me feel like happiness that had been lost for a long time. And I remember when I watching this, I was like, it's like a birth of a star. Aaron, his full name is Aaron Sloan. He's someone who was working in the plumber. He actually had a dark past before. He was like gang related. He was in and out of prison, and he actually was able to find himself like into plumbing. And I remember watching his episode on the No Jumper podcast. This episode that he appeared on was actually for someone else, but the person it was for, he actually said Aaron probably would be a better fit. And just for him to come on this episode, talking about like really grabbing the moment, like seizing the day, he was able to do this, and one of the most memorable episodes of this Pop the Balloon show. Let's continue.
Yes.
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon proper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry. I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay, well, let's go ahead. All right, we got to pop over here.
So, even going backstory, before Aaron appeared on the Pop the Balloon show, most of the guys who came on were very like humble. Do you understand? They would let these women rag them about their clothes, their height, maybe even their sin. They would totally obliterate them. When Aaron came on, he just basically he had this whole kind of presence, like, I'm the prize, not you chicks. You chicks should be lucky that I've even graced you with my presence, Brodowski. That's one of like his phrases. And you'll notice even from this episode, Aaron contributes, like he produced a lot of phrases that he still uses to this day in a real way. So yeah, incredible. Let's continue.
Pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Jara. I'm 22.
Okay, and why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made, didn't really. I like a more humble person, not someone that responds so defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like
That's
how you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just,
Yeah.
all I can do is be honest.
I mean,
you know?
yeah, be honest,
I
be your
came
authentic
over here
self. That's okay.
To find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all,
mean,
Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
Sure.
And I was, she someone that's your type?
She all right, you know. You're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No,
You know,
disrespecting.
but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. And we did get a
So it was nice. The chick that he met looked like a chick that goes to church maybe Sunday for free sessions. You know, the 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, heck, maybe even the 1 o'clock session. Aaron was very actually smooth and soft, and that's what I didn't understand, where a lot of people were ragging and giving him like negative feedback. Because when this episode here, I remember this time last year, it went viral. It went like so big, like how could this guy like disrespect these queens like that? And as I said, for me it was pretty much in a dark moment at this time. This brought light to I was like, yeah man, motherfucker, we are the prize. And it spoke volumes to a lot of guys. And I gotta even, this is going on to another thing, there's guys out here today, like I said, it's all good like loving these women, and like I understand the respect in there, but there's guys whose purpose is to pretty much put these women on a pedestal. And if you start to do that, and trust me, for someone who did this back in my 20s, from my experience on there, you are really gonna get nowhere. Yeah, they're not gonna really truly be attracted to you unless you are on your purpose. And a lot of guys get lost in translation on putting these women on this like super thing. Oh, she's so pretty, she's so bang, all of this. It is a waste of time. So I really appreciated when Aaron came on this show and he just basically commanded the room and said, look honey man, you can either leave with me or you can go back to your single lifestyle, and when you go to sleep you have the vibrator just on your desk to get some solo style. The way he just put it there is like, man, I'm the best thing you got, in a real way. He had this great delusion where I think some guys really gotta have to really make it to like that, to really make it to the top. Let's continue.
pop balloon over here, your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
Of course.
that's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah, also, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have to say.
But one thing about
Okay, yeah, so let me pause it right there. I've made videos on this before many times. As I said, if this phrase it starts to peak, I'm gonna have to get this on a t-shirt on that. The way Aaron is in this video, majority of black women like that. You understand? Even though he's coming off as condescending and disrespectful, and as this chick was saying, he's arrogant. There's a type of black woman. It's not all of them, as I say. I'm not generalizing, but there is a portion of black women, like I said, the ghetto chicks, the ratchet ones. They actually like how Aaron behaves. Like, they like that. Like, I don't give a shit about these women. I got plenty of hoes. This is very attractive to them. You're telling you. They may be saying this to his face, saying like, oh, he's disrespectful, he's showing that, but they like a nigga like this. They want a nigga like this. Telling you. And like I said, he's and I talked about, like, you know, the dudes who have that thuggish bone in their body, they attract a lot of sisters on there. Aaron just here is really like the ideal of what, like the black chick. Maybe of course not the aesthetic side, but more of the aura that he has. So a lot of these ones who are popping the balloons, a lot of them, they are tripping. They would like a dude like this. They love him, hold him, like give him one of those hugs like this. Let's continue.
one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know,
Cool.
the one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
All right. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26.
So yeah, just going back what Aaron just said is, I love what he basically put out there. Like he's not going to change himself for someone just to like him. It's better to be liked for something you can. Better to don't like me for something I'm not than to like me than something. But that quote was. But he's really, even to go from his quote, is he does his stuff in a real way. You understand? He's not. He's very direct the way he comes across to this woman. And like I said, a lot of these women, especially like in our community, they love this. They love the way how he behaves. It's just very direct. Because I've even, like I said, I'm even a fool on this. Like I've heard women who are just like. Even for me in the past, and I had to learn this lesson, is like being like way too agreeable. Some things you know which is sucks, and it's better just to tell them it's basically just to tell them because it's like they would rather prefer someone who's direct or someone who's agreeable. And that's something, like I said, I had to go in school to learn that. I just graduated in 2025 because this year is my year. Let's go.
My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoos?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body parts,
You just wasn't looking at my
that's not
eyes.
what it is. No,
That's
I was
all
looking at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much,
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
That's
So that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on.
Okay.
The host had to drag Aaron away because he was gonna obliterate them. Like I said, sisters love this. The whole neck thing. When that starts, you know she's gonna be down. There's two ways you can handle this. The way Aaron, because Aaron really comes off as a real strong masculine guy, not even just from the muscles, but the way he's there. It's just like he doesn't feel like someone who's gonna really back down from too much. When girls like that, especially that, the easiest thing is they're gonna say disrespect his height. If you just like kind of face to face, just like don't get emotional with them. Just be like, yeah, you ain't even qualified. I'm gonna get someone who will like me for me. Yeah, so that, as I said, there's a lot. You're gonna see me in this video. I agree with Aaron, the plumber, 1,000% in this video. And for those, as I said, the people who sprinkle the rich team, when you've dealt with some of these women, even some of these women like on this panel, you have dealt with them, you've had cases with them, you've had episodes with them, you will know that sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. You can't let them like just take advantage of you, walk you by, because they will think of you as nada. Let's continue.
So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh, well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway. I could look anyway I want to. You know?
Okay.
But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah, do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart. Okay. You already been, I already let you know. I'm not interested in.
Come on.
You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways.
Okay. So he's saying get your balloon back, but
Yeah, it's nice because the good thing with Aaron is he's actually good on the mic. One of the most scariest things women cannot handle if a guy can talk that talk as much as they can, because you get generally why the Wine series was one of the greatest series of all time was it had its funny moments, but the big selling point was Wine versus Pam. Pam used to destroy Martin all the time, cussing about his height, his job. Gina deserves better, but Martin was always able to do those comebacks, and that made that show so electrifying that Pam even knew it sometimes, like it's not good to face like his rival, and that's exactly what Aaron is doing with this chick in the red dress. And as I said, from my experience, I've learned that because I've been in situations where I've done what Aaron's done. I remember when I was back in England. I had one chick who same. I went verbal with her, and she got so scared that she didn't want to walk my way. There's times you can do that, but sometimes as a man, even now I'm older, I'm in my 30s now, it's just better just to walk away and pick your times for the battles. Not every time you have to fight. But in this case, I commend Aaron the plumber.
How you feeling, him?
I'm not going to give my balloon back.
Okay.
All right, no problem. So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons?
No.
Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, complimenting them, So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started, what was going on, I'm very, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little...
Okay, so I was just stopping it here. There's actually a cut that happened in this episode. Like, it's one of those, if you blink, you miss it. And I remember Aaron, because I watched the full episode, I really recommend you to check it when he was on the No Jumper podcast. He said there was a break, so there was a cut in between these takes. And I believe when the camera wasn't filming, I believe Aaron was maybe talking trash to them. Also, what she said is true, especially in a masculine and feminine relationship, man and wife. It can be too folks argumentative, speaking from experience, it will never work. Even if you're bold and you ain't no punk and you gotta defend your own self, like, it can work like that. It will never work, and that's just gonna only cause problems. And this is why I said, like, now, especially in my age now, it's like I just walk away. Like, I just don't have the time. I could send you to another dimension, like, with my vernacular, but it's sometimes just not worth it. And sometimes the best victory is the battle that's not fought. That's what I want the rich team to take today. Let's continue.
Sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm gonna get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, I do real estate and property management.
I live downtown.
So what you do,
I live downtown. I stay by myself, Queen. And you're not even qualified to be even dealing with me.
You say everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. If anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You ain't
the one
my
that
type.
You wanted popped
if I seen you, that's fine.
So what?
That's totally.
So we got his phrases that came. I think Aaron has, in a real way, Brodowski, you are not qualified. That's my favorite. These are not the fade. Yeah. So he's definitely, as I said, I'm gonna put Aaron's links in the description. He has a YouTube channel. Definitely, like I am. It's nice to see someone like make it very naturally. Like it's nice to see what he's because it's someone who's very like original. Like I don't think we've seen someone like Aaron like in a long time on there. Whereas like he has like those traits of what like a man is, because now especially in this era now of like him, her, she, whole gives a rat's ass of this era of like men now. It's nice to see someone who has the actual type of commanding presence in there. So yeah, so I think he would have bowed with this woman in the blue hair and in the blue dress for a while. Let's continue.
That is totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
you can't do that. You can't do that though, baby. Yeah,
Let's move on.
You can't do that though, Queen.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay, and Esther, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, now we can talk, right?
in a real way.
Okay. What do you look for? What are you looking for?
But see, you know the good thing as well is I've noticed this with women in general. Like, you know, you can have the looks, you can have the money, you can have the body, all of this. I know women really love guys who can make them laugh on there. And just this moment on Aaron, like this chick, who I think is the finest one. This black Nubian queen, this sweet, sexy fan you. This one here, she was having a ball, like laughing. She even came to me and said, "Are you done, like destroying these lovely ladies?" Yeah, and he even said, "In a real way." Yeah, but as I said, I'm gonna talk more about this, like what happens, because again, he mentions all this in detail on the No Jumper podcast, so definitely check that out. But it's nice because she's definitely the finest of all of those. Like, they were not qualified. They were not qualified. Boom.
What do you look for? What are you looking for?
A woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous, a woman that's going to be consistent, a woman that has a career and things going for herself, because I had the same thing going for myself,
Okay.
you know, as well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty, that's all, and some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly. Yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. You know, I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time, you know,
can.
if you choose to leave here with me.
Well, as I said, the good thing with Aaron, I've mentioned it many times, is he comes in and he just commands the room. Like I said, I feel like someone like him, because he's not too much off the age. He's 29 here, so he's maybe like we're within the same age group, more or less. When guys like this come, and this is why I said sometimes it is good thing to be delusional, not too delusional, but just have that belief that you are the coolest motherfucker in the room on there. Not so much too arrogant, but just have that belief, because women respond to that. They can respond to a guy who kind of really like says, yo, you know, I am the shit. Because for them, they can see like if shit was going to go down, this guy is possibly the guy who's going to be able to take care and handle this situation in there. And you know, like I said, for someone who was like me, who used to be very like nervous and used to care what y'all thought, you know, about me, like I just focus on, like, again, being the best version of myself. You know, there can only be one richest man on earth. Let's continue.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love, or are you here to just insult
I'm trying to create a family, you know, that's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
I think most people missed it. Aaron actually said when she asked her, "Do you have any kids? Do you want any kids?" Aaron said to the hot chick, he said, "You gonna give me a son?" And he went, "Huh?" So he didn't hear. She couldn't hear him. It's comedy gold, man. I salute Aaron the plumber.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
All right. Well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
It's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match. All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you.
That's a great video. I love it. So, but yeah, he went out with the best chick, for hands down. Of all of the sisters there, that was the finest one. As I said, I won't talk too much about it because Aaron's talked in a real way about like the whole Pop the Balloon experience. But just grading it all, it was an A+ episode. As I said, man, I said this in the beginning, man, like I was going through a real tough time in 2024, and this was really one of the things that really just like got me alive again. It brightened me up, and it was really nice, like seeing like how things have transpired this year, and seeing his success now is great. So it is cool. And like I said, the takeaway I get like from this episode, because as I said, I'm someone who is for me, man, I was possibly too much of the how can I say, guy who didn't have too much boundaries. And sometimes when you have that, some people are not as friendly as you, and they want to take advantage and walk all over you. You have to be like, in this case, like how Aaron is, you come into the room and you administer authority. Like, you don't let no one mess around like with you, and it's like you just came, just like I came to handle business. How he came to CTC, collect the cash. He came, or in this case, collect the ass. I mean, he came here with a business plan. So that's all I say is like, focus and know that you're the prize, man. Don't let some of these chicks aga manipulate your mind for something else different. Let me know what y'all think about Aaron the Plumber. It's again like viral moment on the Pop the Balloon episode. Let me know what you think about this show. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more RichManZ reactions. And as I said, we are gonna keep on going, and as I said, the road to 10K, we are almost there, because we all know that success is just a sniff away. Take care.